Good morning, students. We'll start our lecture 2 on the course of Fundamentals of Agronomy. Here we'll study on agronomy and its scope. What is agronomy? See, agronomy is the branch of agriculture science which deals with the principles and practices of soil, water, and crop management. This is a scientific definition we were using. Agronomy is derived from a Greek word. Agros means field, nomas means management. See, it was Norman in the year 1980 who defined agronomy is a science of manipulating the crop environment complex with a dual aim. Either first aim is improving the agriculture productivity and the second is understanding the process involved. This was a scientific definition given by Norman in the year 1998. So the recent definition of agronomy is it is a successful, sustainable, profitable, nutritionally secured, efficient crop production with least or no environmental degradation is a scientific definition which to use. Because when you are talking about an agronomist, the role of an agronomy, it should be such that the agriculture crop production should be successful, it should be sustainable, it should be profitable, it should be nutritionally secured and efficient crop production with least or no environmental degradation. And when we deal this agronomy with other subjects of agriculture such as GPB, plant pathology, entomology, crop physiology, these are all interlinked. These all are applications and finally the evaluation is done by an agronomist. So agronomy, we generally call it as mother of agriculture. What is the role of an agronomist? Aims to obtain maximum production at a minimum cost. Major aim of an agronomist is to get a maximum returns with a minimum investment. He explains the knowledge of basic and applied science for higher crop production, whatever may be the research and other scientists too. An agronomist tests the suitability in the field and accept that finally and also judge that reaction of farming community. He is a key person with working knowledge in agriculture discipline and coordinator of different subject matter specialists. What are the scope of an agronomy? See, whenever we deal with any subject, we find its scope. See, agronomy has multiple and n number of scopes. The first is, it is a dynamic disciplines with advancement of knowledge and better understanding. Here, we generally modify the new practices, develop and understand the process involved. For an example, a chemical fertilizer, the dose to be set, the herbicide, the selectivity understanding and what is the rate of application has to be done. And to overcome this problem, different management practices has to be developed. So the population pressure is increasing, but area under the cultivation is static. Therefore, more number of crop has to be grown on the same piece of land to increase the yield. So, scope of agronomy is such that we generally evaluate and optimize it to such that to get a maximum productivity with a minimum investment. As a result, intensive cropping can be practiced. A new technology has to be developed to overcome the effect of moisture stress. This is the scope of an agronomist. A new varieties of a crop with a high yielding potential become available for package of practice and have to be developed to exploit their full potential. If a new variety has been developed, how efficiently that has to be managed or how efficient crop production can